Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host today, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you all back to Skul the Hero Slayer! Yes, it's been a while, hasn't it, Skul, our lovely little skelly boy? But this game got an update, and that update included 2 new skulls, one of which is a common skull, so I can guarantee getting it at the very beginning, which is this, the Mage Skull. This skull requires mana to use its skills. Mana is restored proportionally to its cooldown speed. While down and A is an attack is held, increase mana recovery speed by 1000% through meditation. Interesting. So then I can just channel my magic. Interesting. It's gonna be interesting how this works in boss fights, if nothing else. I think. So, let's see what other skull I get. Tree. I don't think we're gonna be playing with the tree, because if I want anything, it will be the whatchamacallit, the extra stuff, but they've also updated a few, whatchamacallit. What the Christ? Is that the item I picked? Cavalry decoration. When dashing, thrust forward and deal physical damage. Oh. Oh yeah, and they upgraded the whatchamacallits. So, if I get 2 heirloom, turn into a mirage, which lets you evade damage once. Every 40 seconds. Okay. Chase. Increased dash cooldown speed. Oh, okay, that's new. Spoils. Yeah, they completely changed the whatchamacallit. I can't remember what this is called. The inscription stuff. Alright, well, let's see. First, we gotta get skulls, because obviously we're gonna upgrade this skull. Bad man. Well, I definitely have time to get all my mana back for the most part, it seems. It may increase by 1000%, but that's still fairly slow, it seems. But at least this explosion is pretty decent. It's just a little close range. I imagine it's actually going to work pretty well versus the tree, though. But then again, I'm going to have to figure out where I find the time to regenerate my mana against the tree, so... Although I quite like this cavalry insignia, if only I was someone else. I imagine you work better than the skull at the whatchamacallit. I just realized by getting the Gravekeeper and the mage, I have become a necromancer. What do I get this time? Fragments of Sunwagon. When dashing, create a trail of fire that deals 90... Ooh, okay. What's arson? Arson launches a skill. Using a skill, launches a fireball that burns nearby enemies. Cool. 10-second cooldown. Ah. Damage dealt to other enemies by a burning enemy. Damage dealt to other enemies by a burning enemy amplified by 50%. What? At the end of the burn duration, a firestorm erupts, dealing magic damage with 30% chance to burn enemies in the large area. Cooldown 1 second. Oh, that sounds awesome. But most importantly, I got the chase, which... It's definitely slow to activate, is this explosion. So I can't just, like, jump in the air and just cast it instantly. Which is a tad shame. Right, so what are my weapons options? What have we got? The fact they've added another one is very nice as well. So, increase magic damage. Wisdom. Magic attack is amplified. Dealing magic damage to an enemy increases your magic attack by 45% for 10 seconds. Cool. Old Cross. Increases crit rate. Your normal attacks have a 2% chance to stun. Is that a Castlevania reference? Relic. Changing maps restores 10% of lost HP. Nice. When recovering HP, calls down Retribution for 10 seconds, dealing additional damage based on the higher attack. Okay, that's really good with certain skulls. Magic Cogwheel. Normal attacks have a 2% chance to inflict burn. Magitech. Dropping Magitech parts when using a skill. Picking up the Magitech reduces the skill by 1 second. Casting speed increased by 100%. Casting speed's decent. Abandoned Wedding Ring. Your increased skill cooldown speed by 25%. Your normal attacks have a 2% chance to inflict what am I calling? Heirloom. Heirloom's good. Normal attacks cause ice to erupt from the ground and freeze enemies. So do I want the magic damage or the cooldown speed? And do I want the spoils? And do I want the arson? Or do I want the heirloom? What am I kidding? I'm to want the heirloom. 40% chance. Avoid damage every 40 seconds. I'm fully up for that. Let's go. Come on! I am a wizard! Boo! Boo! Oh wow, I can already see the mana increase. Gotta make sure I kill him with a spell. Gotta explode the man, right? So what do we get? Facebug. Prayer of Grace. Increase skill cooldown speed by 40%. Mana cycle. Increase cooldown speed by 50%. Skill damage. Oh, I know which thing I'm getting. Let's grab this. I believe it's only 10 to upgrade a common skull, isn't it? Yes. Let's do this. What does my mage become? Ooh, he gets a bigger hat. Grand Mage. A mage who walks his own path and continues to train. Increases the mana recovery speed by 1200%. Ah, so it's quicker this time. And recover 1 additional mana when attacking enemies with a normal attack. Interesting. Oh, and my mana pool is bigger. I like it. I like this. Man, it's been too long since I've played Skull. I just realized I've got ice and fire. I am really a mage. Hello, you like magic? So do I. And you give me a skull for health, right? Yeah. I mean, it's a very meager skull, but it's a skull none the same. And I think some health was dropped up here, right? Yep, I lose nothing! Ha 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 ha! Beyond patience and time, because I really want better skulls than this, please. Well, that was quick. Money! What do I get this time as my options? Minosaurus, obviously, typical. What's this thing? Glowstone. Gain a 10 HP barrier for 30 seconds every time 5 skills are used. Cooldown 30 seconds. It does have mana cycle. Discover enemies holding treasures while in combat. Huh. The number of reward types found in chests discovered by this inscription effect is increased. So what have we got? Increase attack speed and increase crit rate. Interesting. Physical attack, don't need that. Broken mana engine. Increase skill cooldown speed. Wind armor. Dashing within 0.4 seconds of a previous dash engulfs you in cutting wind, dealing magic damage. Well, I should buy this. There is no reason not to. What did it do? Oh yeah, gain HP barrier for using skills. Which I can do easily, because I'm a mage! Did it say how long it lasts? For 30 seconds, right. Then, well, your skill cooldown speed, which by itself is enough for me to justify grabbing you. As much as that wind armor looks good, I need cooldown speed. Ooh! That guy had a chest! What's inside it? Money! Ooh! That's actually quite rewarding, actually. Making it like that. Jumping within 0.1 seconds after dashing increases movement speed by 300% for 1 second. Antique, increase max HP. Take 45% reduced damage when your HP is at 70% or above. Interesting. Well, at the very least, I managed to max out my chase. Amplifies damage dealt to enemies by 30% for 3 seconds after dashing. Well, it looks like I got a dash and then... What about this chest? Second chest. I kind of want to find, like, a chest with a... whatchamacallit in it. An item or something. Wouldn't that be cool? Give me some good skulls. Did they reduce the drop rate of rarer skulls in these early areas, or am I just really that unlucky? Because honestly, I would accept either answer. They're both valid. What do I get? Swapping for the 3rd time stuns nearby enemies. I mean, there's no reason not to grab it, but it doesn't seem that useful to me right now. Hello, Mr. Tree. Yggdrasil, it has been a while, has it not? Yes, let me just show you what happens when we explode. Now, if you excuse me, I need time to recharge my mana, you prick. Oh, I just froze the boss. That was a thing they added. The ability to freeze the bosses. And well done to me. One dead Yggdrasil with no damage taken. Maybe the mage here is what I need to be able to kill everything else with no damage. Alright, what do I get? What are my options? Forbidden Sword. Ooh, good option, but I'm not doing that. Ice Flower. When you use this quintessence, Nidrus grows several ice flowers that deal magic damage over time. The ice flowers explode when destroyed. Medusa Gaze, not bad. Mage's Necklace, a classic. When casting a skill, create a burning orb. The burning orb hurls a fireball at the nearest enemy, dealing magic damage. It does give me mana cycle, which I do need. Amplifies damage to poisoned enemies by 30%. Poison. Using a skill releases toxin that poisons nearby enemies. Skill cooldown 38 seconds. Hidden Blade. First attack leaves a 1 second mark on the enemy. 5 seconds for adventures and bosses. Damage to marked enemies increased by 35%. Ooh. Okay. When a boss is defeated, increases magic attack by... Oh. Well, let's get my magic attack increase. Getting that off the very first boss is actually really, really nice. And I can't upgrade my skull, because I only got 15, so let's just move on. Come, fight me! Well, apparently I've got a big, whatchamacallit shield on me. I don't know where from. Screw off, I'm draining my mana. Man, these... whatchamacallit? The necromancy's actually a really good way to support this thing, because you can just summon things and then be done with it. Gargoyle! Thank you! Boom. Go to hell. You give me a free blessing, don't you? Yes, what do I get? I hate this wolfwoman. I really hate her. How fast does my mana regenerate now? Like, 5 a second? And how much mana does this ability cost? It doesn't tell me. When swapping, increase mana recovery speed by 150% for 10 seconds. Oh, I didn't realize it did that. I should swap more often. I'm enjoying these extra chests, though. They're quite nice. Right. What are my options here? Ice Splolders. Increase dash attack. Well, I don't really need that, but the absolute zero would have been nice. Wing armor. Damage taken while in midair is reduced by 35%, and cooldown speed is increased by 50%. Huh. Old Cross. We already rejected that. Toxic Pendant. Your normal attacks have a 2% chance to inflict poison. That would have been perfect with the other thing. The Old Cross can give me healing across the maps. That could be really useful. Question is, what would I give up? Actually, no, the heirloom is not useful. What am I talking about? No, it's the relic I was saying was useful. Oh, I can get rid of the coward's cape. What do I get? Amplify damage after dashing. Not the most useful. I'd rather be able to heal, you know? Alright. Well, no other reason for gold. I mean, actually, I should probably restock now, because this is a good time. Increase normal attack. Ooh, arson and magitech. Increase magic damage. The problem really comes down to, what do you get rid of for this stuff? And that is always the issue. Because I'm based around, what am I call it? Skill cooldown speed. So I need at least 2 mana cycle. I cannot get rid of the Abandoned Wedding Ring or the Prayer of Grace or this broken mana engine. The Carillon insignia is gonna have to go eventually, but I do enjoy these treasure chests. Mage's necklace is always good, but this Manatech cogwheel is really good as well. I kind of want to try and max out the arson, but I don't know how to. I don't think you're that... Well, I suppose I should destroy you before anything. Because I lose nothing other than the fact... the giant, massive spear. So, now I can get the Manatech cogwheel. Which will give me the Manatech's... Do Manatech parts even work with this with the... Mage? Honestly, as it stands right now, I think I'm really happy with my items. Yeah. The... whatchamacallit. They provide about 3 mana. Which, frankly, is nothing, but... Hey, it's... But I guess it's also something. Alright, you. What do you offer me? Is that a Carillon issue sword? Well, garbage. Let's move on. They may update the game, but the crap that you get from the useless NPCs that you're meant to rescue, always the same. Always the same, always useless. Toxic pendant. We are mages, not rogues. We use ice and fire and mana. And a hell of a lot of stunning, apparently. Sometimes you just need to back off so that you can spam out your... I quite like this dashing damage, though. It's pretty good. Water skull. Well, at least it's a skull, so I can get some bloody bones. And now I believe I'll have enough bones to upgrade. Glorious. And in fact, that's half of what you do. You give me a ton of bones, so... thank you. Broken Dagger. Increases attack speed by 15%. Your normal attacks have a chance to inflict a wound. Excessive bleeding. Perform normal attacks to slash and inflict a wound on enemies in front of you. Man, they have really changed up the builds of this game. I've just realized I should have restored my mana. Fuck. Okay. Alright, mage. Let's show you what a true mage does. You drink your healing potion, sure. I gather my mana. And make you go poof. Alright, Manatech just does not seem worth it as the mage, at the very least. Broken Dagger. Quintessence. I need a Quintessence, but we're here to see the legendary version more. So let's start off by getting a rare version. Come on, Arachne! Show me what the mage can do. I look even more fancy. Archmage. An Archmage who made a name for himself with this unique magic. Increased mana speed by 150%. Flame Arrow. I like it. Self-destruct, dealing magic damage, inflicting burn. Restores 10 mana when inflicting one one or more enemy... It restores 10 mana when hitting one or more enemies inflicted with burn. Right, that can be used quite well. So I can do that, and then I do that. And that restores a bunch of the mana. And because I've got the arson, I'm doing mana stuff in the first place. Okay. Fires a burning arrow, dealing magic damage and inflicting burn. Creates a blazing trail that deals magic damage and inflicts burn. Right, okay then. Let's see more of this mage. I can easily see mana becoming an issue later on. What do I get? Rider. Not what I'm after. Oh, good lord. I mean, if you want to just sit there guarding, I don't mind. I still haven't worked what the mana cost of every spell is. I think... the mana cost of the... The mana cost of the burning arrow is about 30, and the mana cost of the explosion, I think, is about 35. Can I get a legendary skull? Just one. One legendary skull is all I need. Ha! You're not the only ones that can cast arrows. I cast arrow! What do you mean you aren't casting an arrow? You're just firing one. What kind of mage just fires an arrow? I do not see the mage being particularly good or viable against the first hero. Just because of his need to do this for a while. And against the first hero, you kind of need to be constantly moving. But you never know, he may prove me wrong. Bone of Time. Bone. Swapping for the 5th time refreshes swap cooldown and makes you invulnerable for 2 seconds. Alright. Charged Jalada. Your normal attacks have a 10% chance to inflict burn. Inflicting burn on a burning enemy deals additional magic damage. What was the one that let me inflict burn? Is this the hammer? Oh my god, that's the dwarf. I love it. I love the dwarf thing. Increases concentration speed and magic attack. They changed that up. You give me wisdom, which is another flat 20%, plus the 35% on top, which you give me, so that's 50-odd%. This thing, however, gives me more chance to burn, and... frankly, I'm enjoying burning, and inflicting burn on burning enemy deals additional magic damage, which honestly seems to work perfectly for me. Oh yeah, you unlock new items, so I need to buy from you in order to get the item in the first place. I gotta remember that. I think I would rather try and find a 4th arson, because there's nothing really I want to get rid of now. So if I can find a... because that's amazing as well, quite frankly, because this magic damage dash is actually doing tons for me. So... go, my little dwarf cannon. I love you so. Ooh, you're a rare one. Or a unique one. Great Warlock. Now, if only I had picked up that last ability, you might have been worth it. Because I don't think I've ever seen the legendary version of you. But until then... shoot my cannon. I may be a mage, but I can understand dwarven engineering. And appreciate it so. Especially as you need to shoot 300 times, so... although, admittedly, we do get to the boring bit now. Where I'm just there, constantly... shooting with my dwarven cannon for no good reason in my attempt to just upgrade the damn thing. If you just take your time, you can just... whatchamacallit? Upgrade this cannon no end and back. I mean, the cannon also hits hard, especially if you're a magic build. I mean, what have I gone? I've gone in, like, a couple of rooms, and I'm already on... I don't know. 160 shots? Not bad, honestly, if you ask me. But, now we get to the fun bits. These women. Hello, big, scary lord man. Yes, we understand you. Go, my cannon! Oh, I'm impressed I didn't get hit, man. I bloody hate those stupid things. Alright. Let's do this. Come on, you. You've already generated another 50-odd hits for my cannon. Oh, you're dead. I thought I died then, because I got triple hit by the combo. Wow, okay. Yeah, I agree, police. You should be on the way for after that. Also, ow, I really did get hit hard. Alright, what have I got? Metamorphosis, Bellrock. Ah, yes, I remember. Armor of Fear. Creates a shockwave at the end of a stun duration, dealing fixed damage. The shockwave's damage is proportional to the damage dealt to the stunned enemy. Huh. Bone of Swiftness. Normal attacks against enemies deal additional damage based on the higher attack value of magic and damage. The additional damage is increased by 20 or 60, depending on the speed skulls owned. I'm a balanced skull. Reliability Generator. Increases skill cooldown. Stunning an enemy creates a wave that inflicts stun on other enemies. Artifact. Increase magic attack by 45%. Meteors strike random nearby enemies every 6 seconds and deal magic damage. What is it? The fifth meteor is replaced by multiple meteors. Ancestral Weapon. Ancestral Weapon I remember being good. Fellowship. Meh. It's either you for, like, the max HP, but then again, the artifact, or it's you for the skill cooldown, which frankly makes more sense. Let's get rid of the old cross. But I suppose that is one of my sources of stunning, isn't it? This is hard. This is actually hard. Screw it, we'll get rid of the old cross. I mainly got it for the healing anyway, and I haven't noticed much of that. Hi, you. Blah, 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 blow up. I can't get my skull upgrade. I could upgrade the other skull, but... I am definitely gonna need... Ooh, you're good. You're good. I'm still going with the skulls, because frankly, I don't need items, and... I need to play carefully, because my health isn't exactly the highest. And in addition, I do want to upgrade this dwarven cannon. It is so goddamn close. Oh, I now have the King Dwarf. There we go. Very nice, very nice. And getting the regen was also extremely nice. Right. So, now all I have to do is go and kill the other, whatchamacallit, the remaining lord. Now that I've got my super cannon. So what items are there? When a burning enemy damages another enemy due to burn, there is a 15% chance the hit enemy will receive burn. Interesting. And you give relic, which gives me healing. Am I prepared to give up my heirloom? Actually, no, you increase skill cooldown. Never. No matter what I choose, I've got to pick something which will decrease skill cooldown. Because I'm not giving up the glowstone, it's one of my main sources of health. I'm not giving up you, because you're just stupid damage increase. And everything else gives arson, and I want to max out my arson. So I suppose, which one does the least damage to me? And the answer is... you. Because you're 40%, you're 55%, you're 40%, and you're just 25%, and yeah. Well, now I'm gonna feel the burn as I realize how much that heirloom was actually doing to me. For me. Although that giant fire wave does look awesome. I'm enjoying the giant fire blast, but I'm not sure. I imagine it's just gonna be crap versus... There has always been some inscriptions better than others. And it looks like to me that this... arson, while good for when clearing out the waves, feels kind of bad versus bosses. But then again, I think it's hard for me to judge right now. As well a bit. I'm definitely noticing the arson being fucking god tier in these moments. Especially as the mage, who seems to do a lot of fire damage in the first place. Abyssal Virus. Damaging at 50% of an enemy's max HP summons tendrils that deal damage. Probably not worth it. Very... whatchamacallit. I may be a mage, but I am a magitech. Alright, mage, what do you got? That best you got? Die. I said die. Thank you. Give me a bit of a run for my money, then. Water Skull, Hydra, Wedding Ring. I just killed you. Either way, it's time for us to see the legendary mage in action. Come! Show me its great power! Because you need a bigger hat every single time, just to show how much of a mage you are. Sage, Corellon's once greatest mage, and eternal master of fire mages. The skull uses mana for its skills, dealing damage deals additional damage. When meditating, gain 15% 100. When you meditate, while it is at max mana, it becomes awakened. While awakened, no mana is consumed when using skills. All mana is lost when the awakened state ends. In other words, that's called whatchamacallit. Spam the abilities time. Okay. You know what I said about the mage being possibly quite bad versus the end? I might have been mistaken. I should also probably upgrade you while I can. Because I enjoy the necromancy. And in the end, he is still a magic skull, isn't he? Yeah. thought so. When your burn runs out, you are going to explode, right? Not as much as I thought you would. But that AoE explosion is huge. Legitimately huge. And the fire is definitely chain reactive. Let me see this arson once more. At the end of the duration, it's a firestorm erupts, dealing bonus damage in a large area. Does that apply in, like, So... You're both dead. You just don't know it yet. Oh god, this is gonna be a moment. Hey, I can summon that while channeling. That's actually really good to know. I can use the quintessence while I... wait. Well. I definitely feel I want more mana, but I've also noticed that my mana increasing hasn't been particular while I've been from gaining this skill cooldown. Increases magic attack by 70% when your HP is at 30% or below. What's revenge? Attacking an enemy within 1 second of taking damage triggers revenge, dealing additional damage based on the... Aha. Well, that sounds like a thing for the ghoul. I'm not the ghoul. That tree is still alive up there? Really? Nope. Any new items? No? Okay. Flame Dragon is physical damage. Bona Mana. When casting a skill, creates a mana storm that wraps itself and deals magic damage based on the number of balanced skulls. I only have one because you're a power skull for some reason. Gnome. Each spirit you own increases cooldown speed for all spirits by 25%. That's kinda cool. Wait, but that means we don't get the bonus spirit now for just having a spirit. That's kind of unfortunate. What other items are there? Dashing increases skill cooldown speed by 5% up to 4 seconds, up to 50, reaching a maximum limit for this effect. Reaching a maximum limit for this effect increases magic attack by 60%. Man, there are so many new items. What are you? Glacial Breaker. Amplifies damage to frozen enemies by 30%. Damaging a frozen enemy deals bonus magic damage. Lunar Ring. Lunar Ring. Sun and Moon. The Sun and Moon reborns from the dawn. Huh. Man, I'm beginning to think I need to re-bring back this series so we can try all these inscriptions again. Like, do that old challenge I did where I could only... Ow. Where I can only... whatchamacallit. Oh, I love how you died. I wonder how I'm gonna do versus the kind... I imagine the entire gimmick for the mage is going to be... enter Sage mode, spam spells until mana is gone, switch to other skull. It seems like a very burst-heavy skull. I don't seem to be allowed to enter burst mode right now. Is there? Cooldown, 60 seconds. Ah, that would be why. Well, there goes my resurrection. That was very early to be able to waste my resurrection. I can't help but feel. I'm not sure if this sage is going to be any good then, if I lose my resurrection just like that. Then again, I also didn't switch, which I should have been doing, so that's my bad as well. Granted, this guy has really huge cooldowns, but I have focused into cooldown reduction, so it shouldn't be that bad either. I also just realized I've now got 200 mana. Nice increase. Definitely enjoying the arson in these situations. You have the ability to change my skills, don't you? I quite like my skills. I'm interested what the others are, but I like what I've got. Tempting, but no. Ow. Die, damn it! Wait, now I only have 150 mana. What made it increase, I wonder? The Sage definitely is a bit chain reactive once you get the right items. Really? One dude? Bye. Hello. I'll take you. Thank you. Priest's Staff. Oh, you're always good. Oh, you're always a solid one, and my resurrection's gone. I probably need you. But I lose the mana cycle if I do. It's either lose the mana cycle or lose the arson, and the arson is proving to be one of the best things. I suppose I could get rid of you, but I'm enjoying the stun wave. But then again, I suppose the stun wave isn't doing that much more for me, is it? But it does increase my skill cooldown too. Fine, I'll just get good at the game. Hi, little halfling girl. I would like some health, please. I know it's not much, but please give it to me. Yeah, the mage is kind of just a bit vulnerable at times. Because of the fact you have to sit back and get your mana back. I kind of wish I had more magic damage, though. I think that's one of my main issues. Oh, a new type of bone? What's this? Bone of Madness. Using a skill summons an area of bones that lasts 10 seconds. Standing inside the area increases your physical and magic damage by 50%. I want to make a build involving all 4 bones now. Which is kind of bad, because it's based on each their own thing, but I kind of want to see what would happen. First room after the shop. I've already lost 50 of my health. Oh, goody. We're up to a right start, aren't we? Granted, the whatchamacallits are definitely doing their job. Oh, God, I don't even know what you're gonna give me. Nice sound effects, though. I enjoy the additional sound effects. I'd have preferred if you gave me something with whatchamacallit. Something else, but... Oh my god, I'm glad you died immediately. I don't even know how you died immediately. Did I just kill you that badly? Ow! I'm cleansed. Let's get all my mana. Ah, it's the ranger. I hate you. I can't even do anything to you. Well, I did this mostly to see the new stuff. In my opinion of this mage, fun, but a bit limited. The main thing I was having fun with was the new item system. And I think that's what I probably want to explore more in the future. So let me know in the comments down below if you want me to make a few more episodes on Skul. It's been a while since I played this game, and clearly it's been updated and we can try some new fun things to see what's going on with it. But, everyone, I'm all out of time for today's episode, so what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today? I've been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.